Welcome to this module on consumer protection laws. And first we are going to deal with the general application of it. First of all, of course, the goals. And again, this module will bring a lot of elements, legal elements that might play a role when designing IT, crypto, or security systems. Okay, let's go to this myriad, this whole bunch of all different laws that protect privacy. It's privacy in healthcare, it's privacy in genetic information, it's healthcare in educational programs, it's privacy protection in educational environments, it's privacy protection in when it's considering protecting the children's privacy, it's privacy concerning financial reporting. Of course, the main system in America is having credit card companies, which means that the reporting which needs to be done is also strictly regulated. And then there is, of course, the federal law that applies for privacy and how the federal environment, the federal organizations need to deal with privacy. Again, healthcare, HIPAA, GINA, and education, these three are being overseen not by the normal oversight organization, which is the FTC. I will come to that in a moment. But these are overseen by different departments, by different environments. So there's all kind of different governmental organizations that apply and oversee the application of privacy in certain areas. Then there is, of course, this special privacy law. The United States was one of the first that implemented an act that regulated privacy protection in 1974. It's a pity that they took out commercial organizations when in designing the law and when negotiating upon it. In the latter stadia of the negotiations, the commercial organizations or the non-governmental organizations were taken out. So the privacy law only, the Privacy Act only applies to federal organizations, which is a pity, as said. Okay, now let's go and see the most important privacy oversight organization, namely the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission. And Chris Hoefnagel wrote a book on the privacy law, which is being enacted by the FTC, and that's a very complete book on what the Federal Trade Commission is indeed doing with privacy law protection and consumer law protection. The areas in which FTC works, so to speak, in which they oversee what and how privacy is being regulated and protected. First of all, they have a department within the FTC that does things on policy and privacy and data security. Then they have privacy and security enforcement. Then they have a department on protecting consumer financial privacy. And of course, the special children's online privacy protection. When we go and see what is being done in the financial areas, there's two important laws that see on privacy protection. Namely, the first is on the fair credit reporting. As I said, the credit card organizations or buying things on credit is a very well-known system, which means that a lot of people are entitled to know how good you are dealing with your debts and what you are lending and using and doing with credit cards. So the reporting on it between organizations is important, and that's being protected by a number of these laws and overseen by FTC. Again, children's privacy, online privacy and email telemarketing and the spread of malware is something which the FTC also oversees. Okay, when these principles, the fair information principles were being applied, is that one of the core principles in this is so-called notice and choice, which means that when you are properly noticed, okay, I'm going to tell you, as this organization, this commercial or the bank or whatever, is going to tell what is and in what way they are going to use your personal data. So they are giving away their, well, not away, but they are telling you, they are noticing you on what their privacy policy is. And as a consequence, when you are being told, or when you have been told what the privacy policy is, then you can make a good choice. So this is a very important principle which is being used by the FTC to oversee, and how commercial organizations are operating in the area of privacy protection and so forth. When the next lecture within this module will deal with privacy as an economic good. It can be traded, so to speak. So thank you for watching this one, and goodbye.